The Klan dream of complete political power came to fruition not in the South, but in Indiana. The hooded order's rise and fall in the Hoosier State was orchestrated by David Curtis Stevenson.
David Curtis Stevenson was a very talented charlatan and an acute businessman. And when the Klan started in a very, very small way in the southern part of the state, he realized the potential for it.
Stevenson championed the purity of womanhood, strongly supported prohibition, and sold the Klan as a Christian political organization. As a result, over 350,000 Indiana residents joined. This large Klan voting bloc allowed Stevenson to take over Indiana's political apparatus. In the 1924 Indiana election, almost every Republican candidate was handpicked by Stevenson.
Stevenson had an interesting technique. He made candidates sign little pledges that in order for the Klan's support, they would support him. So basically, he had these elected officials in his pocket on signed paper.
Stevenson-backed candidates swept to victory in the November elections. The Klan elected the governor, controlled both houses of the legislature, and Klan candidates won a variety of local political offices. Stevenson was at the height of political power, but in less than a year, he would be confined to a state penitentiary, serving a life sentence. On a March night in 1925, Stevenson ordered his aides to bring 28-year-old Madge Oberholzer to his Indianapolis home. Oberholzer was one of many women in whom Stevenson had a sexual interest. After forcing her to drink with him, Stevenson whisked Oberholzer away to a private train car.
He took her on the train where Stevenson got more drunk, and he raped her. He not only raped her, he chewed her like a cannibal, put her near death. They stopped off before Chicago in a town called Hammond, and she was bleeding, she was crying, and she was scared to death.
Distraught, Oberholzer ingested tablets of the toxic chemical mercuric chloride. On the drive home, a spiteful Stevenson refused to obtain medical attention for the critically ill woman. "I'll have the law on you," Oberholzer cried, to which Stevenson replied, "I am the law in Indiana." Stevenson held Oberholzer captive in his garage apartment overnight. The following day, aides drove the woman home, but the lack of medical treatment was costly.
When her doctor came over, he found that she had been chewed to pieces, that she was suffering kidney failure, and that she wouldn't be able to live much longer.
In her last days, Madge Oberholzer single-handedly destroyed the most powerful man in the state of Indiana. In a deathbed statement, she testified she had been beaten and raped by D.C. Stevenson. Oberholzer's signature sealed the Klan leader's fate. 17 days later, the critically ill woman died. Stevenson was arrested and charged with second-degree murder. He remained smug. Surely no jury would convict the leader of the great Klan state of Indiana. But on November 11, 1925, an Indiana jury found Stevenson guilty and sentenced him to life in prison. Stevenson was confident the governor would grant him a pardon, but the Klan leader was shunned by those who owed him favors. Stevenson had a card left to play, 2 small black boxes. Inside was evidence of the political misdeeds, bribes, and illegal promises candidates made to elicit Klan support. When no one came to his aid, Stevenson had associates release the contents of the black box. The fallout was dramatic. Governor Ed Jackson was charged with bribery. The mayor of Indianapolis was sent to prison. Hundreds of Republicans had their careers ruined. The Stevenson affair was a crushing blow to the Klan, not only in Indiana, but nationally.
The downfall of Stevenson showed the essential hypocrisy and lies of the Klan. They championed the purity of American womanhood. They championed Christianity. They championed prohibition. And here is Stevenson, violating all the three in about the worst way possible.